When did it begin? Was it the late nights at the office, the sudden shift in demeanour, or the lingering scent of a perfume that wasn't mine? I, Clara Evans, F35, never imagined I'd find myself here, teetering on the edge of suspicion, fear, and heartbreak. My boyfriend Nathan, M40, and I had been together for 7 years. He was my rock, my safe place, my everything. But now everything feels like a lie. I need to know the truth, but more than that, I need to protect myself from the fallout. How do you prepare for the possibility that the life you built was just a house of cards? It started innocently enough. Nathan's job in finance had always been demanding, but in the past 6 months, the late nights became routine. He'd come home exhausted, sometimes past midnight, with barely a word about his day. "Big project," he'd say, brushing me off. I wanted to believe him. I really did. But then there was the phone call, the one he refused to take in front of me. We were on the couch half watching a movie when his phone buzzed. He glanced at the screen, his face tightening, and quickly excused himself to the kitchen. Curiosity got the better of me. I muted the TV and tiptoed to the doorway. His voice was hushed, urgent. "I can't talk right now. No, she's here." When he returned, he acted as though nothing had happened. But something had shifted. I felt it like a chill in the room. The next morning, I resolved to find out what was going on. I wasn't proud of it, but desperate times called for desperate measures. While Nathan was in the shower, I grabbed his phone from the nightstand. Locked, of course. I'd never cared to know his passcode before, and now it felt like a fortress. So I started small, checking his pockets, his briefcase, even his car. It was in the glove compartment that I found the first clue, a receipt for a fancy restaurant, one we'd never been to together. The date was last Thursday, the same night he claimed to be working late. My heart sank. Was it a client dinner, a friend, or was it her? "Hey, Nate," I said casually that evening. "How was work last Thursday? Busy?" He glanced up from his laptop, his brow furrowing slightly. "Yeah, why?" "Just wondering. You've been working so hard lately. Maybe we should go out, like a date night." His smile was tight. "Sounds nice. Let's plan something soon." He didn't ask why I brought up Thursday. He didn't offer any details, and I didn't press him. But his nonchalance felt like an evasion. That night, as he slept beside me, I stared at the ceiling, my mind racing. Was I overthinking this, or was he hiding something? I confided in my best friend, Mia. She's the kind of person who always knows what to do, the one who'd pull you out of a burning building with a plan already in place. "You need proof," she said firmly. "Something undeniable. If he's cheating, you deserve to know, and if he's not, you'll stop torturing yourself." Together, we devised a plan. Mia knew someone who could dig into the restaurant receipt, a private investigator named Jake. It felt extreme, but I needed answers. Jake worked quickly. Within a week, he'd uncovered something that made my blood run cold. Nathan had been meeting the same woman at the restaurant, twice. Her name was Elise, and she worked in marketing for a company Nathan's firm collaborated with. Armed with this information, I confronted Nathan. "Who's Elise?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. His reaction was immediate. His face paled and his mouth opened as if to speak, but no words came out. "Don't lie to me, Nathan. I know you've been seeing her. It's not what you think," he finally said. "She's a colleague. We've had dinner. Strictly professional. Twice? At a romantic restaurant. Clara, please, let me explain." But I couldn't hear him over the sound of my own heart breaking. Over the next few weeks, Nathan tried to rebuild my trust. He showed me emails, explained the context of their meetings, and even offered to cut ties with Elise. But the damage was done. What hurt most wasn't the dinners or the lies. It was the realization that our relationship had cracks I'd been too blind to see. We'd become strangers orbiting around each other but never truly connecting.